Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys, back in today's video with another Marvel Legends action figure review, and today we're looking at the Baron Zemo and ARNIM Zola 2-pack. I'm pretty much playing catch up right now, and this is one of the figures that released this year that I just didn't get the chance to review, so I've been sitting on this 2-pack for a while. You can see how long it's been by all the dust on the top. Here is a look at the side art. There is ARNIM Zola and Baron Zemo. Here's a look at the back of the box, which also has a bio. Scientist Baron Zemo and ARNIM Zola use their villainous technologies to challenge their shared nemesis, Captain America. Without further ado, let's get into the review. Let's take a look at ARNIM Zola first. Starting with the shoes, you can see folds in them around the soles, just the different paint used, the size of them too. I love the yellow paint and that design going down the middle and ending at the toes. And the shininess of the paint too, it makes it look like leather. However, the yellow wasn't caked on enough. You could see the purple kind of peeking through. This always happens when you paint on top of a darker plastic. The brighter paint is going to have some trouble really setting itself apart. There's even parts where it overlaps. You can see, oh, that's ugly. I do love the shade of purple they used for the boots though. Just wish they had caked on a little bit more paint right here. And then we move up to the legs, and yeah, these look amazing. They are molded in this metallic orange. You can see a lot of marbleization underneath the plastic. Love the musculature. Don't know why this robot has like super beefy thighs. Up to the skirt piece, again, same purple used as the boots. And you have some more of these like scientific-y design work on it. It is raised up. It just adds a lot of dimension to this figure and makes it pop out even more than if they had just like slapped it on. And the paint is a lot stronger on this piece. You can see around the belt, it kind of falters a bit. You can see more of it overlapping. That's hideous. And the sculpt for the purple pieces, wow, just the wrinkliness up here where it tucks in underneath the belt. Same as the back. Can we get some robot butt?
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
It's a little dumpy. We'll give that butt a 6 out of 10. This is perfect. I love this face right here. Very Jack Kirby. I think it is lifted straight from that original issue. It just looks incredibly vintage, and I think it's perfect using his artwork right here. There's like a little voice box right here. I was gonna say a vent, but I think this is like the speaker, so his voice is able to come out. Little strap connecting these two metal pieces together. There's some vents right here, and it is all molded in a beautiful, 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 beautiful metallic purple color. You can just see how reflective it is. Wow, incredible. In front of the face is a layer of clear plastic, so it gives off that TV appearance, you know? And from what I can remember, I think you could take this piece off and swap out the faceplate. I don't have anything to swap it out with, so I'm not going to do that. For the rest of the torso, it is molded in a flat orange plastic, just that big old baggy clothy torso. Very 70s. And tons and tons and tons and tons of wrinkles. And yeah, I think the orange looks great. I thought this was like a mistake right here, but no, this is part of the design. There is a line of yellow that goes up underneath this orange part and then comes down and culminates in this band going around the wrist. And I think the paint on this is much better than the rest of the yellow paint. Very vibrant. And the hands, these gloves, they have seams going down here, some segments to it. Even on the palm, just tons of wrinkles. And it's the same for this hand too. Look how much sculpted detail is up there. Just tons and tons of work done here, and you get those two little rods sticking out the side. Now going over the accessories, first up is this head. And yeah, the sculpt for it is pretty spot on. I love the pieces sticking out. It mirrors the shoulder pieces really well. Get some more like circuitry back here, that ring on top, and the yellow paint in the middle. Yeah, looks great. And he also comes with this head. I don't remember this with the original build figure. Don't know if it came out in that 2-pack. It's really funny looking. I love it though. Oh, something I forgot to mention was the purple for this head doesn't match the metallic purple. It matches the neck where it's just like a flat purple color. But this one does match the purple used around this harness. It's just beautiful looking. Okay, so I just did a little bit of reading. These are actually ESP boxes. Things that he uses to control the robots, his drones, and also doubles as like a weapon sometimes. This piece right here, which I was about to call the ESP box, is actually just a remote. I could be wrong. Guys, I'm such a casual. Even after like 10 years of collecting Marvel Legends figures, I still don't know everything. This is also a piece that came with that original ARNIM Zola figure. but I do love the differing buttons, the silver, yellow, blue, and of course that pink plastic it's molded in. It's more magenta, huh? I love the molded circuitry all around it, just those little nodes. Really cool. Now going over articulation, first for this head, it doesn't really move up that much. It looks down a little bit. You do get a tiny bit of side-to-side movement, and for the regular box, it's able to go back that much and look down this much. There is a good amount of pivot right there and some side-to-side movement. He's able to move his arm up this much, and that rotates all the way around. He has a single jointed elbow that's able to bend in this much, and that has some swivel to it. And he has your standard wrist hinge, allowing his hand to move up, down, and all the way around. And he has a lower diaphragm joint that really doesn't allow him to move back at all. And he's able to bend forward, not really at all. No pivot. He does have side-to-side movement with it though. He's able to kick his leg up this much, go out to the side that much, and go back, not really at all. Upper thigh swivel. A double jointed knee that's able to bend back this much. Upper calf rotation right at the top of the boot. And his foot is able to move this far down, this far up, and he has some... Now going over the size comparisons, here is Arnim Zola next to Red Skull and a Hydra Army Builder, Baron Von Strucker and Viper, aka Madam Hydra, Baron Zemo and Secret Empire Captain America, Hawkeye and Black Widow, Iron Man and Captain America, Spider-Man and Black Panther, Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Darwin and Morbius, Stan Lee and Squirrel Girl, and finally Jeff the Landshark and Spider Ham. Now taking a look at Baron Zemo and kicking it off with these boots. They're pretty flat, not a whole lot of leather texturing going all throughout them. You do get some wrinkles around the ankles though. I do love how it's, oh, there's like seam lines right there. Ooh, that's pretty. Other side too. Wow. Yeah, a pretty good shade of brown too. You get some fur at the top of those boots. There really isn't any shading in between the fur, but I think it is sculpted very nicely. Why is it so bright? Oh, now you can see it. Yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. Going up to the pants, tons and tons of sculpt work. Lots of wrinkles, especially right here in the knee. Folds going up to the top, and it's the same on the backside, even going across the hinges. And yeah, that skirt piece, it doesn't go all the way around, but that's really just to help with articulation. Lots of folds right there underneath this belt piece, which I just gotta say, wow. It is painted on with one of the most magnificent shades of gold I have ever seen on a Marvel Legends figure. Look how reflective it is, how shiny, how pristine. Ugh. Not only is it sculpted beautifully, but looking at the rest of the torso, and yeah, more wrinkles. I want to say this is reused from the Red Skull. Yeah, it's the same torso piece. He's in desperate need of a bath. Look how dusty he is. The same sculpt work you get for that figure. Lots of wrinkles all throughout. You can see a bit of musculature poking through, especially right there at the pecs. And on the back too, you can see the stretching right here. It remains baggy for the most part. You can see it all getting tucked in underneath that belt. And it just becomes so wrinkly on the arm, so baggy, and it ends right here at the wrist. I think using this body was a really good choice. And around the collar, you have this little fur outline. It's sculpted the same as the fur on top of the boots, except this one has like some snow leopard designs to it. I think it is sculpted really great. Now let's take a look at the accessories first up. This first masked head sculpt. The paint apps are great though. I love the blacks going down the center of the lines right here. And of course that crown wrapping all the way around the top of the head. That piece is actually removable if you wanted to do that. But he's just left with this big flat ridge all the way around. So I think I'm just going to keep that crown on. Look at those eyes. Love the black around the white. It just helps make it pop out even more. And he also has an unmasked head sculpt. My goodness, this face is so disgusting. And I think that's what makes it rock so much, dude. Wow. You can just see his gums and his teeth. It's so grotesque. He has that scar up here and there's some shadowing. Lots of paint in that ridge right there. And it helps it pop out, gives it more dimension. His nose is all messed up too. And his eyes are just bulging out. Yeah, this is just an all-time great head sculpt. It's really unfortunate that it doesn't really continue all the way around the head. I would love to see more damage and stuff. He also comes with 2 trigger gripping hands, which are able to hold his 2 weapons. First up is this pistol, a Luger, I think. I'm really bad with firearms. as well as a sword. We've seen this sword with so many characters. Taskmaster, the original Baron Zemo. It is sculpted in a gold plastic, so underneath all this silver is gold. And yeah, it has a beautiful metallic silver, almost as beautiful as that belt piece. Just wow. Missing a little bit at the tip though. He also comes with 2 fisted hands and 2 open hands. Now going over articulation, the head is able to look up this much. It's able to look down a little bit. He has some pivot and side to side movement. The masked head, however, doesn't really have a whole ton of movement. He's able to look up this much and look down that much. He does have pivot and some side to side movement. His arm is able to go up this much, and it has rotation at the shoulder, an upper bicep swivel. He has a double jointed elbow that's able to bend in this much, and your standard wrist hinge allowing his hand to go up, down, and turn all the way around. With his ab crunch, he's able to go back this much and move forward that much. He has a waist swivel. His leg is able to kick up this much, go out to the side that much, and go back not really at all. Upper thigh rotation, and a double jointed knee that allows his leg to kick back this much. Upper calf swivel hidden right there above the boot. And his foot is able to move this far down, this far up, and he of course has Now on to the size comparisons. Here is Baron Zemo next to Red Skull and a Hydra army builder. Baron Von Strucker and Viper, aka Madam Hydra. Baron Zemo and Secret Empire Captain America. Hawkeye and Black Widow. Iron Man and Captain America. Spider-Man and Black Panther. Deadpool and Hydra Bob. Deadpool and Hydra Bob. Darwin and Morbius. Stan Lee and Squirrel Girl. And finally, Jeff the Landshark and Spider Ham. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I think I'm going to give ARNIM Zola here a final rating of 8 out of 10. I don't own the original, so this is just entirely brand new to me. This is an entirely brand new figure. A figure I really didn't go into with super high expectations. It is a very old action figure, but still, it managed to surprise me with how well it was. Let's get the bad out of the way first. The paint apps are pretty bad in certain places, and of course the articulation is very dated. We're talking Return of Marvel Legends era, but I think overall it just does a fantastic job at portraying that original Jack Kirby design that we saw in those classic comics. He's a lot of fun to pose too. Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. And now Baron Zemo's turn. I think I'm going to give him a final rating of 8.5 out of 10. It is a lot of reuse from that Red Skull figure and several others, but it's hardly noticeable. Like, it looks entirely brand new to me. And of course, those accessories, my god, he comes with so many in a year filled with Marvel Legends figures that don't come with enough accessories. This one comes with tons of hands, some pretty cool weapons, and some amazing head sculpts. Like, I can't stress enough, like, Hasbro have been on top of their game when it comes to head sculpts as of late, and this is no different. And yeah, the paint apps are really great. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you thought about these 2 figures. I would love to see your guys' opinions. And while you're at it, like and subscribe and share with a friend. Anything you can do that'll support the channel will be greatly appreciated. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Hail Hydra. Can we get some robot butt? Oh my god. Excuse me, sorry. It's giving me like Jason Voorhees vibes.